Good morning, millennials. Welcome back to the Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I had like a long day, and honestly, actually, I went to a shiur last night, which is like a Bible study for people who don't know. It's weird. Like whenever I think of Bible study, I think of Tamara.
Of course.
But so
Lydia, don't forget.
Yeah, so it's like the same thing for Jewish people, but like with the Old Testament. And it was so inspiring and so uplifting. And honestly, I go to them. I used to go once a week. Now I go like once a month because I'm just like bad about it. But I have a hard time following because like some rabbis are like a little all over the place, but that's like their shtick. It's like
tangential AF. They're more tangential than this show.
By the way, and the rabbi was extremely toasty. Like I just could tell he would like our show. He was getting distracted by everything because people like are so rude coming in late. And he was like, every time someone would come in, he would be distracted and like thrown off. And honestly, I was feeling so tired and I was like, I can't go. But I told my friend Alicia, it was at her house. I was like, I'm gonna go. So me and Ben went and like, it was the greatest thing ever. You know how we say we sit in the toast and we feel tired and then we do the toast and we feel amazing? Mm-hmm. I was feeling so tired and groggy, I almost fell asleep at the start. And then after the class, I was like reinvigorated by God. And I was like, this is why I was meant to come. And it was such an important lesson. I couldn't really go into it right now because it was very long.
Gist
is like, okay, actually, it was really interesting.
And you told us about this and that you wanted to talk about it tonight at dinner. And so I don't want, spoiler alert for me, because I do want to hear the whole thing, but just us. What's the message? What should we take away on this Friday morning?
It was a great shiur, given what had happened last week. And he was just like, I feel like we now need to like be unified as Jews. But he was like, but like besides from blood, like what are characteristics that make up like a good Jew? And people were like throwing out like kindness, you know, like things like that. And they were all good answers. I gave one too. I was like, compassion, you know, like
you're making fun of other people's answers.
You know, I was being a weenie. And like that was what he was looking for, but he was like, no, not really. And he basically went on to say that there are 3 pillars of what it means to be like a good Jew. And just because you're Jewish doesn't mean you have these pillars. And just because you have these pillars doesn't mean you're Jewish. There are 3 pillars. The first, what, you want to guess?
Maybe.
Okay, sure.
Do you think that I will?
Yeah, no, they're like,
Okay. I think one of them is charity.
Oh my God, that's the first one.
Really?
Very good. Okay, so the thing is, what he said is like, what is charity? It's like, it's a reactive thing. Like you see something sad and you feel obligated or like you're merciful and you donate or whatever. But there's a fucking bug.
It's like the episode of Breaking Bad. There's a fly. I've never even seen Breaking Bad. I just know there's one episode.
Yeah, it's a terrible episode. Okay, but so if you're Jewish, in the Bible, it's actually written you have to give 10% of your income every year to charity. It's not like a thing that you like can do. It's an obligation.
You don't opt in.
Right. It's not avoidable.
It's like taxes.
Exactly. So given the 10% of taxes, 40% of taxes, 10% of charity, where's my money? Okay, whatever. So he was like, that's part of being like a good Jew is like feeling like it's not even a question. Like you do it. Like that's just a part of life. And that's like the more like, it's kind of like right side of brain, left side of brain. Like number 1 is like just generosity, compassion, feeling for others, but not only like, you can't only give charity to people like you. Like if you only feel bad for and associate with fellow Jewish people or fellow people similar to like you're just as bad as an animal. That's what he said. Unless you feel compassion and give charity and do good things for all kinds of people, then it doesn't count.
Okay.
You're just as bad. There's no point in doing good deeds.
So we need to diversify our charity portfolio.
Exactly. But then the right side, which is where you're going to love this part. Okay, so what was the second pillar?
I think a second pillar would be like tshuva, like self-awareness. No.
Strength.
Oh, you're right.
So strength was like the opposite of charity. Like strength is like even in the worst times, Jews have been through the worst.
To be like emotionally strong,
and like to always think that there's a future. And then he brought someone up, and I was freaking out. And as he started saying it, I said, I know who you're talking about, because I don't know if you guys know this. Jackie and I are descendants of an extremely famous rabbi.
Prominent, prestigious,
we learned about him.
AF.
We learned about him in the 8th grade. His name is Rabbi Ephraim Oshry, and he's from Lithuania. And in the Holocaust, he was like the rabbi of the ghetto they were keeping everyone in.
The Warsaw Ghetto.
The Warsaw Ghetto. And people would come to him and be like, hey, like it's technically like Hanukkah right now, but we don't have any candles. Like how do we keep our Jewish traditions? It's called halacha. But they're like, how do we keep our Jewish traditions in
these hard times?
Right. And he would literally like give people like ways to keep like Shabbat and all these things, even though they literally didn't have like a piece of bread to make a blessing over. And he would write down all the rules that he made up and bury them in the ground of the Warsaw Ghetto in these milk cans. And years later, they took it out and they wrote it all in this book called Responsa. But did you know actually that some of those milk cans are still buried, but they're buried on the grounds of the Chinese embassy and the Chinese won't let us get them?
Come on.
Like what nerve? It's just a milk can. What does it mean to you?
Claudia, that should be our life's work.
You know what? When I heard it, I was like, how did I not know that? Because we are the Oshry legacy.
Right. And if we can't do it,
who can?
Okay, we'll figure that out. China.
Okay.
You'll be hearing
but
from
what
our
he said
people.
about that, there were also rabbis there who were like writing down what was happening to them, like for history, and burying it in case anyone ever found it. But the difference was that Rabbi Oshry was writing down like what to do for the future generations. Like if you're ever whatever, here's the best way to keep the traditions. Meaning that like even though if you're in the ghetto and they're killing all your people, you're not thinking of future generations. You're thinking like this is the end of us.
Survival.
Right. But so the idea that the future of the Jews was impossible wasn't a possibility to Rabbi Oshry, and like that's the strength that Jews need. It's like people are always trying to kill us. They're always coming for us. Amalek. Everyone's always trying to throw us out of every country we've ever been in. People are trying to throw us out, but we outlive our enemies. Okay, so that's the extreme. You see like kindness and love,
compassion, and also
through anything.
Great. Now
So
what's the third?
The third.
You're talking like rabbi, by the way.
I know.
And
you
the door.
You can't say these things without talking like a rabbi.
We should have a rabbi on this show one time.
Check
and
this
maybe
rabbi.
this rabbi because he's toasty.
He was young, and actually he wasn't young. He looked young, and he was like kind of hot. And he had 5 daughters. One of them was 18. I'm like, oh, she's totally a toaster. And he's like the new rabbi in town, so like they were like welcoming him in.
New rabbi in town.
Okay, so the third pillar is a balance of 1 and 2. 1 + 2 = 3. So the third is truth. So basically what he was saying is like, you can't be an extreme of 1 and an extreme of 2. Like no good Jew is an extremist. Like you have to live your life balanced between persevering through strength, but also taking time to think of others.
Right.
So, okay, the end is like a little verklempt.
Is
I have
he
notes.
saying
I have
that
notes.
you should live your truth?
Essentially, but in better words that I wrote down and that I'll read later tonight.
I look forward to it.
It was such a wonderful class, and like sometimes like I just can't follow, and he was just making it easy. 1, 2, 3, like that I can follow. You know?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I'm happy for you. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, and also I just feel like all those things. By the way, excuse me, I did invite everyone in the chat last
Really?
night because last
In
night
the chat last night?
No, last week because last night Alicia's brother was like, "Why didn't your sisters come?" And I'm like, why didn't they come? Did I invite them? And then I remembered that I wrote it in the chat when Alicia invited me. So nobody
It must
followed
have
up.
been a busy night for the
That's
chat
fine.
because I didn't see it. Because usually I try to come if I can.
Oh, and it was a good one because it was at Alicia's house, and Alicia's mom makes the greatest food, and she made mini pizzas that were just like to die for. And she's Kim Kardashian's #1 fan, so like she couldn't get over that I had met Kim. She like
Yeah.
wanted to smell me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you watch the episode of The Toast where we dressed up as Kardashians?
Oh, I don't know. She's
should.
very busy. I don't think she has
That
time.
episode is great because like even if you're not a toaster, like everyone has seen that fight at some point.
Of course.
So everyone can relate
It's
to it.
hashtag relatable. And like the good thing about Shiurs is like it's the Old Testament, so like a lot of people can join. You don't have to be Jewish.
Yeah, no, totally. Even Lydia's Bible class, Lydia and Tamara,
I was
like,
understanding.
they talk about Old Testament too.
Yeah.
It's like Matthew and his friends.
That's
I don't know.
That's
them.
later on.
Yeah. But it's fine.
Yeah.
Happy Friday. We made it.
It's Good Friday.
Is this not the longest week ever?
Well,
even though we didn't do a show on Monday.
Where were we Monday?
You were coming back from LA. I was sleeping until 3 o'clock after my trip to Austin.
Oh, right. And then Tuesday you did a show. Okay, so it's been a long week for me, but it's only been like 3 shows, so like I'll live.
Right. And then yesterday we recorded a bonus episode of The Toast.
Yeah, we're going to release it because we have a choppy couple weeks, so we're really trying to get all of our bases covered. We have Joey Camasta next week covering for me. And then also there's another, the Monday after Olivia's bachelorette party, we are not going to be here, but we recorded like a 50-minute episode with Melissa Gorga yesterday that we'll release for that, and it was so premium. I love her so much.
No, I love her so much. She's the coolest woman alive.
She's, first of all, like so annoyingly skinny and gorgeous, like I want to die. And she had been up all day doing press. Like we did with her at 5 o'clock and we were her last thing of the day. And she was just like so beautiful still, even though she did her makeup at 9 o'clock, you know?
Totally. And she said something on the podcast that, spoiler alert, that really like resonated with me about how much she's changed since the show started.
And as a viewer, I agree.
As a viewer, I agree. I feel like she's so like herself and confident in herself.
Yeah.
And like it's really nice to see like someone on the show who's changed for the better. For good.
People want to know why you look so nice.
Okay, so this is the
And
business.
why you didn't tell your sister that you were going to look nice because your sister actually bought her first pair of slacks with a bell bottom yesterday, and she would have worn them had she known that you were going to wear a crocodile heel and a puffy shoulder.
I understand. I hear you. This is a businesswoman special episode of the show because I have a luncheon after the show, and I wanted to look like a lady who lunches. And I was going to bring a change of clothes and put this on after the show, but I was like, why don't the toasters, I should wear a piece of shit t-shirt and sneakers
No.
for the toasters? Why wouldn't I give them my Friday best?
Are you saying that's what I'm work.
No, you, considering I didn't tell you,
Yeah.
you look very professional.
I happened to put on, actually, what happened to me today is...
And the reason why I didn't tell you is because I thought maybe I would change, and it's like, you don't need to hear about all of the decisions that go on in my mind. And it wasn't until this morning when I tried the dress on, and I couldn't take it off because I would have gotten makeup on it, that I was stuck in it.
Okay, that I understand. But, a heads up would have been nice, because I actually had an interesting time getting ready this morning. As you know, for most of my life, I only wore leggings as pants. And I would say maybe 2 years ago, I transitioned to jeans. Dirty jeans. Only Topshop brand. Like, I think... Of
course, Jamie.
Jeans are weird, and, like, they just don't work for everyone. And I like that the Topshop jeans, you can choose your width, but also your length. So for someone who is big, they assume that I have a long leg as well, which I don't. So I get the shortest leg and, like, one of the bigger waists.
But also the good thing about Topshop jeans is I really think they are made for models, but they have a line of Jamie jeans that are meant to be capris for models. But on short girls, it's the perfect length skinny jean.
Exactly. But when I went to the first time I keep talking about Bloomingdale's personal shopping, and I have a point. When I did Bloomingdale's
I look
personal
like
shopping.
I'm on Shark Tank.
Yes, you look like Lori Greiner.
You want to know something so weird about this dress and the sweater I wore yesterday, weirdly? Guess who makes both items? You're never going to guess.
I don't know.
Juicy Couture. This is Bird by Juicy Couture, which was their like couture line for a minute. But my sweater from yesterday, everyone was asking, was Juicy Couture with the pink label, like made with love, P&G, made in the USA. Like
that's the Jamie Mizrahi effect. She's the new.
She's the new creative director,
and she's doing a good job.
These are items like from the early 2000s that just are classics.
It's so cute.
It's so cute. Anyways, I will invest in your business. Make me a deal I can't refuse.
Ooh. The first time I ever did Bloomingdale's personal...
Oh
my God, I'm just trying to say the stupid fucking anecdote 3 times.
This is what I should have been wearing in the elevator with Damon John.
100%, except you were barely naked on your way back from skinny dipping in the ocean at midnight.
Right, so I'm glad he has no clue who I am.
Yeah. We don't need that kind of representation for our brand.
No.
The first time
Even though it is very on brand. How does it feel?
Terrible. I'm sorry. The first time I ever did Bloomingdale's personal shopping...
Wait, but I'm kidding.
I was in Bloomingdale's. I was doing a partnership with the registry when I got an email that they wanted me on the Today Show the next morning. And I was like freaking out. And the women who worked in the registry, they were like, we have personal shopping. Like, let us call down and go down in an hour. And that was the first time I ever heard about personal shopping. And I literally have never went back to Bloomingdale's since without it. And I went and she picked out this outfit for me. And we ended up with this like velvet blazer and these jeans. It was the first time I ever wore jeans. I'm like, I can't wear leggings on the Today Show. And they were like these J brand jeans that like barely fit. I was dying, like literally suffocating. And they stayed in my closet and I never wore them again because I only wear Topshop jeans. Today, I am wearing the jeans and I'm not gonna lie, they're a little big.
That's amazing.
It's such a great feeling. Oh, and then I put on this shirt that I was like gonna wear for the first time in literally 5 years and I was like feeling myself until I realized there was like a huge stain on it, which is just like the soundtrack of my life. And it was like ink. It was blue. Like it was not coming out.
Stainy vibes only?
Stainy vibes only.
It depends what the stain is. And my thing with stains is like, if I want to wear something and it has a stain, like all I'll do is just go out, like be with people, be like, oh my God, like I just stained my dress. Like rats.
Yeah.
Not like I'm wearing something pre-stained.
Smart. That's smart.
Yeah. Also, I did something so terrifying yesterday and I went to a new tailor and dry cleaner and like I brought them a number of items.
Ooh.
And just pray for me is all I can ask for.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
No.
But I needed to, like in my new neighborhood.
Dry cleaning is not...
Dry cleaning's not that hard, but tailoring, like that new stud dress that I showed you, I took it there. But like...
It's just a hem, it's not that hard.
No, but like I needed they took it in a little bit too. Oh. But I needed a tailor in my neighborhood. Like I can't keep going uptown every time I need a hem.
No, but I have a good one.
You do?
Yeah.
Where?
In my new neighborhood.
Oh.
It's really good. Like,
and like I'm so funny. I looked at the Yelp reviews after I gave them everything.
Yelp, okay, I'm sorry. I will never ever take Yelp at face value because nobody has a premium experience and their first thought is to write a positive Yelp review. Maybe they'll tell their friends about it, but like you only
want to destroy and hurt a business when you've had a negative experience. And everyone like no business is perfect.
And I'm not gonna lie, Yelp makes it so hard to write a review because they want to make sure you're not like your own business writing business reviews about your own business. So it's like the one time I've actually had a positive experience and like felt like I should do the right thing and write a positive Yelp review, they made it so hard for me and I don't think I even got approved. So it pens, like it doesn't, you don't write it and it posts, like it pens approval and I'm like, and it never went through.
Right, and like you can't even look at all the reviews unless you download their app and that's just never gonna happen.
I think that is probably one of the biggest mistakes Yelp has made as a business.
It's like forcing people on their app.
On your phone, you cannot open up because when you go to Google Maps and you want to scroll through photos, if you click it, it takes you to Yelp. And Yelp takes you to the Yelp App Store for the Yelp app.
But I'm not buying the Yelp app, and now I'm no longer interested in the photos. But if you just directed me to a website, you could have made ad money off of me.
Yeah, no, it's such a poor decision, and I can't believe that they haven't evolved.
Yeah.
Also, This is like the longest I've been home. I will have been home for a week straight. Like I haven't been home for a week straight.
How does
in so
it feel?
long. It feels so great, and now I'm like, I haven't spent a lot of time in my new apartment, and now like that I'm spending so much time, I'm like realizing how much I hate like the limited furniture I've bought. So like this week I'm just like going ape shit on decor because I discovered Like to Know It, and I've always seen these like thirsty bloggers with the Like to Know It bullshit. But I found someone told me about this girl, the Decor Diet. Jackie, she lives in Dallas. Her house is so fucking cute.
Her name is the Decor Diet?
Yeah,
That's really
and I started screenshotting everything that she got, and she's always Like to Know It-ing it. And I'm like, okay, let me just download this stupid app and see if it works and if it's easy. And all my screenshots automatically uploaded, and they just like sent me links to what I literally bought like 1 million trays and vases that she owns.
Trays, vases, and candles are really like the unsung heroes of home decor.
Agreed.
Especially candles, because one, they smell amazing and they look so pretty, and then when you burn through the candle,
The vase.
you clean out the vase, and now it's my new makeup holder.
Couldn't agree more.
And I love all different candles, but there are certain, actually, that's not true. I'm very particular when it comes to scents in the home. Like,
Me too.
I have to smell everything in the store, then I get a headache and I don't buy
Yep.
anything. But there are a few like amazing
You have
candle
to create
companies.
a scent profile.
But I don't know what that is.
No, it's whatever you want it to be.
But I don't know what I want it to be. Like, I just want the right scent to hit me across the face.
Right, like I want someone to walk into my house and be like, oh, she's warm, kind, and rich.
Right, or I want someone to be like, this scent smells like a
Home.
beach on the 4th of July.
Home.
This scent smells like home. This scent smells like the holidays.
Yeah.
I love a holiday candle.
I love a holiday candle. Do you know homesick candles?
I do, where like they're by state. And
yeah, and like and country too. They have like literally 1 million.
That's so cool. Actually, that's funny that you mentioned that, because I just got a homesick candle for Zach. He doesn't watch the
that's
show,
cute.
so it's a surprise, but he'll
Isn't
never
that nice
know.
that we can talk about things without our husbands finding out because they don't watch our show? Isn't that nice?
It's very nice, and I got him obviously a Texas smelling candle because, you know, he wouldn't admit it to me, but he
What
might
does
get
it
a
smell
little.
like?
Okay,
Fried dough?
this is the description. Head back to Texas with this fragrance reminiscent of dark leather, fresh pine, and thick lemon slices.
Oh.
A floral note of cyclamen and a touch of sage help balance the big, bold scents of the Lone Star State.
You know, Zach is nothing but a big, bold guy.
No, he's not.
And he deserves a big, bold candle from
Right.
Homesick Candles.
So I'm excited for him to sniff it, tell
Yeah.
me what he smells. And then I also got a holiday candle because I love the holidays.
Who doesn't?
And I love a beach cottage candle that smells like sandalwood and the ocean and sunscreen.
Yeah.
So
Sunscreen, it smells amazing.
it smells amazing. So I love beach candles. I just got all these ones from Homesick Candles, and I'm so excited to implement them in the home when I'm
excited for you.
homesick.
As Jewish people, we can't do like wreaths and like all the Christmas decor
And
that
we
everyone
can't
else
have
can.
a Christmas tree that smells like pine.
So we resort to candles.
We resort to candles, and you know
And
what?
you can too.
You can too with Homesick Candles. Right now, our listeners who go to homesick.com and use promo code TOAST will receive 10% off any order over $50 and get free shipping. That's a great deal, 10% off and free shipping. This amazing offer and the most popular state and city candles won't last long, so don't wait. Just visit homesick.com now using promo code TOAST. Find a great personal gift for your whole holiday list today. Here for it.
I'm so behind on my gifts.
I
And
haven't
I only
started.
have one person I need to get a gift for, and I'm already behind.
Theo.
Oh shit, I forgot about him.
Who?
Ben.
Oh, yeah. I thought like you were about to make a joke.
No, it's hard to know when a comedian is gonna make a joke. Oh my god, Jay, you got coffee on your dress.
Oh no!
Oh my god, you need a napkin?
No, it's black. It's okay. It's a good material to just
I'm having
wipe
a little bit of dry mouth. Can I have a sip of your
my coffee. Wow. Oh my god.
Wow, this paper cup is
But
soaking
actually,
wet.
you know what? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I got a stain today in the dress.
Ask, believe,
so
receive.
now when I go talk to everyone, oh, I stained my. Actually, this.
Oh, I stained my dress.
Are you trying to steal my coffee?
No, I was just trying to I didn't want it to
This
be at the
material
forefront.
really is like,
Microfiber.
just wipe it away.
A lot happened in the news yesterday, so without further ado, it would be my honor, my privilege, and my blessing to deliver the Fast 5 stories that you need to know before you wake up and take a bite out of your morning toast.
Okay, first story. It's so funny. We keep talking about how we're no longer going to talk about Pete and Ariana.
Wait,
until,
also pause briefly. I want to give a shout out. Do you know that this weekend is the Camp Toast reunion in Nashville?
Yes.
And they made sweatshirts, and they're like so cute and having the best time. And I don't know why they couldn't wait till literally a week and a half when we're going to be in Nashville.
Right, but
But
they-
this worked for everyone. And you know, sometimes mom and dad don't need to be around.
Right, and they planned it like they had their shit together, and you know we kind of cobble things together last minute. So
And which is a great time to mention that Camp Toast tickets will be coming out very soon. So start scrounging your money together. Should we tell them how much it is just so people can start
saving up.
saving up? Did we decide?
Yeah.
What? Remind me because I have dementia.
Camp Toast 2, Memorial Day weekend. It's a 3-day weekend full of fun-filled, sun, toasty vibes, new friends, etc.
And if you are skeptical, feel free to ask someone who's been to Camp Toast just so they can tell you how magical it is. Maybe Samantha Wayne is available.
Maybe.
My best friend.
Search hashtag Camp Toast on Instagram for all of the premium content. Once you get to Camp Toast, everything is there for you. Gourmet food. We couldn't attest to that last time because we thought it would just be like fat camp food. But it was literally...
It was hotel level.
More than
omelet
hotel.
bar, pasta stations, carving stations. Every meal was like, we didn't stop eating.
No, and
but
like...
we were working out so much.
For breakfast and stuff, like there was no breakfast meal that wasn't an option. Like omelets, bagels, muffins, fruit,
bacon, sausage,
everything,
eggs.
every day. So, and unlimited alcohol, as you know, because it wouldn't be nothing if not toasty.
So we're gearing up for Camp Toast. You should too. Tickets are $625.
Tickets are $650.
50, sorry.
Should we tell them when they're going on sale?
Do we know when they're going on sale?
Actually, wait. Everything will be available before the holidays, though.
So if you're getting it for someone as a gift,
a great gift idea.
Yeah, and just start. And we have a good amount of time. We are going to cap it this year because I think we liked the number where it was at. We're not trying to make it like 1 million people because we want to be able to like hang out with everyone.
Everyone get to know us get to know them.
It's going to be really premium, and there will be karaoke. So that's literally all you need to know.
Yeah. Karaoke. Everything is karaoke at Camp Toast.
No, it's like we had evening activities planned every night, and some reason, like
They
everyone
all
just fills up their water bottles with wine, and it turned into karaoke.
And you know what? We're not going to try and stop it.
And that is like just the message of the toast. It's like no matter where we are, who we are, we just always end up singing and dancing, and I love that.
No, I love it. And yes, per usual, Patreon members will get first access to tickets, patreon.com/themorningtoast. There's some premium content up there now, and November is going to be a big month for Patreon because we're taking off Thanksgiving week, but we'll be with our family creating premium content, and you don't want to miss it. Patreon.com/themorningtoast. Wow, we're really getting in all of our housekeeping today.
Yeah, anything else? Tickets to my show are still available, girlwithnojob.com. I'm finishing out the year with shows in Charlotte next week. First one is sold out, second one is about to be sold out, and that's the one TPG is going to, so I suggest you get your tickets now. After that, I will be in Birmingham, Alabama. We're going to be in Nashville, and then I'm finishing out the year in Miami, which I heard last night is 90% sold out, and I haven't even spoken about it yet because you guys found the link and are crazy, and that's why I love you.
Totally.
Oh my God, water. Can
Wow.
you hear my dry mouth on the mic? Thank you so much.
That is so nice.
Crazy generous.
Also, I had one more announcement to make, but I can't remember it. I think it had to do with your shows, maybe a little Miami. I am working on coming to your Miami show.
So that should really boost ticket sales, but Jackie keeps saying she's coming places and then doesn't come, and you disappoint people.
I keep saying I'm coming places, and then like something comes up, and Claudia's like, "Good, well, I didn't want you to come anyway." But you did ask me to come to Miami so that we could throw an end of year party, and honestly, we deserve it.
No, and like I'm inviting everyone. I invited my friends, Eric and John and Danielle are trying to come. Like I'm really trying to get everyone to come.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we should throw an end of the year party. We've had a hell of a year.
This has been the crazy, like I don't even like roller coasters, and I've involuntarily been on one for like 8 months.
No, totally.
Huh.
And you're getting off.
And I'm so tired.
And you're getting on a new one that has less loop-de-loops.
Yes.
More of a cruise.
Loop-de-loop.
More of one
Cruise
for kids.
control.
But it's like, here's the thing about life being a roller coaster. Like you want to be on the up, right? Mm-hmm. But inevitably, it goes down.
Right. Well, I guess because you die.
I guess. But that's a long up. That's the scariest
Jackie,
part.
That's a whole other shiur. Shiur is the Bible class, sorry.
Tour class, yeah. Okay, first story, Ariana and Pete. We're just going to keep updating you on the minutia of their relationship because the whole world is so interested, and so am I.
But this isn't minutia, and I have strong opinions on it, and I don't feel the need to talk about every time, like she flashes her ring and she's like still wearing the Band-Aid on her finger. Like that I don't care about.
Okay. Ariana Grande shades Pete Davidson over a joke about their failed engagement. Perhaps their breakup isn't as amicable as fans thought. Ariana Grande shaded Pete Davidson on Twitter Thursday night after his promo for this weekend's SNL with Jonah Hill aired online. In the promo, Davidson poked fun at his failed engagement to the God is a Woman singer by proposing to musical guest Maggie Rogers.
Who's Maggie Rogers?
Hey, Maggie.
I was watching it and she was so pretty, and I'm like, who the hell is Maggie?
I don't know, but I've heard her name before. Hey, Maggie, I'm Pete. You want to get married? Davidson says in the clip as this weekend's host, Hill cringed. Rogers, 24, declines, and Davidson responds by saying he's 0 for 3, poking fun at his failed relationships, which includes Cassie David. Then Ariana Grande took to Twitter and said, for somebody who claims to hate relevancy, you sure love clinging to it, huh?
So when I saw that tweet, I was like, yes, sis, fire it off! And then I did research because I wanted to see what it was related to, and I have to say, I do think it was like a bit of a overreaction. It's like she had a good diss and wanted to use it for something, but like they were flaunting their relationship on SNL like when it was at its best, so it's only right that they talk about it being over. And it's not, he didn't bring up Ariana at all. He was really talking about himself, and as much as I'm totally on Ariana's side, just like in life, I thought she overreacted to it because I didn't think what he did was so bad, and it was like poking fun at himself, not at him, not at her or their relationship. So I didn't think it was a big deal.
You know what? I have to agree with you. When people like go so hard with their relationship and then it's over and you want to pretend like it never happened, even though you did not stop shoving it down our throats, it's like, no, shove the breakup down our throats too. Like, you can't just pretend like it never happened.
Yeah.
And I appreciate this self-awareness. Also, justice for Carly Aquilino, who dated Pete Davidson before Cassie David and isn't even a part of this narrative.
And he wasn't included in 0 for 3. She wasn't included in the
Even
3.
though they were like so serious
for so long. Oh man, I totally forgot about that.
Right? Isn't
I
that
still am
weird?
holding out hope for her and Chris Stefano.
Oh my
they were
God.
both on Girl Code and they were like so cute. And like, remember when Girl Code was the greatest thing ever?
Yes,
Why
what
didn't
happened?
they make new episodes? By the way, if Girl Code was around now, like I feel like we might have like gotten an audition for it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Because they had duos.
But it was going so well. What happened?
I don't know. And then they had Guy Code and like so many amazing
Guy
things.
Code came first, and that's where Charlemagne came from. Well, Charlemagne was just on
he
MTV.
was on MTV a lot, but
he
that's
started,
where,
like, he was there before
Nicole Byer came from.
Yes.
By the way, when Margot co-hosted, she didn't know who Nicole Byer was.
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
It does, because when we were watching Girl Code, that was like...
Jackie, that's where Aquafina came from.
No.
Yes. Not came from. Like, they all had careers before
No,
that,
but
but like, that
they
was their
started-
springboard.
Yeah, no, everyone who was there, like, really is doing so well for themselves.
I know.
Good for you guys.
No, the Carly Aquilino of it all.
It was so funny and so real. I guess, like, that's what memes are now, you know?
Totally.
We were watching Girl Code before we had memes.
I liked Girl Code.
Speaking of MTV, I caught up on Are You the One, which you know
I
is
saw
my
your
guilty
Instagram
pleasure.
stories.
And I found myself in some Are You the One drama because one of the cast members screenshotted my story, like, because I said, why is everyone sleeping on Nutsa? This season is horrible. The cast is horrible. The casting is atrocious. There is one girl who is the cutest, prettiest, funniest, smartest person ever, and like no one will be with her. She's
Why?
literally beautiful. I don't know. So I was like, why is everyone, especially Brett, sleeping on Nutsa? And he screenshotted it and then wrote star sleeping with at Jackie O Problems. And I was like, oh my God, what? Like, what does that even mean? But then he was like, no, that's not what I meant. Like, he's been sleeping with Nutsa, like sleeping next to. I don't know. I found myself in drama and I did not like it. And I'm Team Nutsa forever because there's literally no, oh, I'm watching Netflix now. There's no other choice.
Yeah, no, like, sometimes I like become thirsty and like start Instagram drama and then it starts and I'm like, wow, I really wish I didn't do this.
No, it's like then they're gonna come for me.
Yeah.
They're gonna start going through my shit. Like,
Oh God, yeah.
you know, like my pictures, like tearing me apart. Like,
Totally.
I'm okay.
Celeb face.
I would like to be excluded from this narrative, one which I never asked
to be a part of since 2010.
Okay, next story is really, well, it's shocking depending on who you are.
Wait, sorry, can I put something out there just really quickly about this narrative? I've been trying to keep it a secret, but like I keep hinting at it and like I'm really just over trying to stop lying about it. I'm starting a Taylor Swift conspiracy theory podcast, and it can't come up with a good name. Like, I want it to be a play on words. I want it to have the name Swift in it. I have, like, 2 options that I don't even like. Like, if you have any good ideas that's, like, a play on some of her lyrics or, like, something about a narrative, I don't know. Just tweet me, please. I really need help.
So I guess that's you telling me you didn't like any of my choices.
No, and I asked you for an explanation on one, and you just didn't respond to me.
Because you're supposed to be her #1 fan, and it was...
Did you mean,
But
you said the last
word. But I always get the last word.
That's too specific.
Think about it. It just needs to be a name that has
I want to take a
meaning.
lyric from Long Live.
Okay. Kings and the Queens.
I know, but it's just like, that could be about the royal family. Like,
I
there's,
mean, it could be called the Long Live Podcast. Like, whatever.
Oh, that's
You
pretty
just
good.
need a name. Like,
I
and
know.
then you just start.
and like, I can't start without a name, and now I'm talking about it so much that I know someone's going to steal my idea, so.
Get on it.
I know, shit, okay.
Sis. Okay, next story is not shocking if you're in the Morning Toasters group, but I'm still a little shocked by it because I
Me too.
really didn't believe that it was true. E! Online exclusive, why Kaitlyn Bristowe and Shawn Booth could be headed for a split. Is there trouble in paradise for Kaitlyn and Shawn? 2 months after The Bachelorette star shut down rumors of a possible split between her and her fiancé of more than 3 years, multiple sources are telling E! News that Kaitlyn and Shawn are working through, quote, major issues in their relationship. Between demanding work schedules, Shawn just opened his very own first fitness facility called Booth Camp, an amazing
Such a good name.
And Kaitlyn continues to host her Off the Vine podcast, and Differing Passions, we're told they've been, quote, spending a lot of time apart while deciding what's next for the future of their engagement. Quote, they technically live together, but they barely see or spend time together anymore, one source tells E! News. It's been a rough couple of months for them, and they've been trying to figure out their balance, but it just isn't working. So this whole story is based on source telling E! News.
Okay.
Very secondary sources, and as a history major, I don't immediately trust them, but
So this is why I'm on my phone.
where
just
there
because,
is smoke, there might be fire.
So E! News posted a picture of Kaitlyn and Shawn, and whenever they post a picture like a couple or like an old person, you're like, oh, they're dead or they're dead.
yeah.
So they wrote, exclusive, The Bachelorette's Kaitlyn Bristowe and Shawn Booth are struggling with major issues in their relationship, link in bio. So that to me is like just the most misleading piece of, what's the word with an S? Where you sensationalize like sensationalized piece of news. Like that made it seem like exclusive. Kaitlyn spoke to us and we know everything. But then it's like, I'm like, oh shit. And I ran over, I hit the link in bio.
Me too.
I'm like, you just basically wrote up everything the Toasters have been saying for like the past 2 months. And yeah, speculation that they haven't been hanging out in real life and that they're both really busy. Like, great, we knew that too. Like, you just put it in an article and pretended it was an exclusive. We have eyes, you're not exclusively the ones who can see.
Right. I thought it was going to be testimonial from her podcast, like direct from the source. Like, I really wasn't expecting this secondary source drivel, but maybe they know something that they can't say, which is why they're going off of these rumors.
Well, I mean, I don't know anything. I'm like, I really hope it's not true because they're like literally my favorite people separately and also together, and like they're just so beautiful. But the Toasters are like convinced that they're not together because she hasn't been wearing her ring, and then they've been separated a lot. But then she's addressed it. She's like, oh, I'm not wearing my ring because Shawn wants to repropose in a way that's not on TV, which is really cute. So I'm like, okay, so it's fine.
Yeah,
you know? There's just conflicting. She
said this on her podcast. I think this might have been a few months ago, though. Quote, we are both so busy, and unfortunately, that means we are spending all of this time apart. If you've ever been a person who was running a successful brand or business and with someone who was doing the same but in a different career path, you know that times can be tough. You're both always away. You're exhausted at the end of the day. Sometimes the relationship isn't being put first, but does that mean, oh, you call it quits? No. You love the shit out of each other and you work through it and you work on yourselves to be better, and you know that times aren't always going to be smooth sailing. You know that times aren't always going to be tough.
You know what I think it is? I think like in the beginning of their relationship, like Kaitlyn like really took off. Her podcast is so popular. Like people love her. She has like a legit business, and like Shawn was really like supportive and there for her. And I think that, and by the way, this is just speculation, I know nothing to be true, but like now it's like he wants it to be about him, and like that shifts the dynamic. I mean, I don't even know what I'm saying, but I just think that like I really hope they're not broken up. Like, I'll be really sad because I feel like them being together, like, they proved a point to the networks. I don't know what the point was, but it was like they were proving the point.
No, they were like the real couple of The Bachelor, because everyone else has these fairy tale experiences and you know it's them until the end. But like her season was very tumultuous, like a lot of ups and downs. They almost like went through like a real relationship in the time of her season, and then like she also has she does have to prove to ABC, because like they can always they can ignore her all they want, but the proof is in the pudding, and the fact that her and Shawn are a real legit couple, it's like, why don't we get a TV wedding? Why don't we get a TV show?
It's like they give all the attention and all the money to the most annoying Bachelor couples who never work out, and it's like there's one real couple who are going through real shit, and like you'll never give us any of them. Like everything we know about them, we know through her podcast, through their Instagrams, like through them, like not through ABC, because ABC like hates real couples.
No, hates real couples, and they promote couples like at the wrong times. Like right now, like they should be promoting JoJo and Jordan because like they have lasted, and Rachel and Brian are so real. But of course, like ABC just like wants everyone to think that she's still in love with Peter.
Yeah, it's like the narrative that they never asked to be a part of.
They can't give it up. Like,
they can't give it up.
ABC cannot give up their false narratives, and I'm not here for it, but I don't know. I feel like there's definitely something going on because they aren't spending a lot of time together.
Wait, so Sophia Lai said, this is a quote from Kaitlyn's podcast, "I'm not even wearing my ring anymore. Are you still considered my fiance? I guess not, but now you're my boyfriend? That's weird. What a step down. I guess because of the reproposal," which I thought was cute. It's like the special moment like belongs to ABC.
Why this reproposal?
I don't know.
But they love their special moment, and they did it in their way.
At the Bachelor Mansion. It was literally, that's the sweetest
proposal. Because if it wasn't the two of them, it would have been somewhere else. Like, you know what I mean?
Because ABC hated them. They thought they were doing them like dirty by making them go back to the Bachelor Mansion, which is like where they fell in love, and they loved it.
Right.
I don't know. I'm really sad. Like, I really hope that everything's okay, and this is all just speculation.
I hope so too.
Clearly, but I feel like if it was just speculation, like she would have addressed it head on by now.
But she did a few months ago, and I feel like they're not addressing it, and they're not conceding because they're really trying to make it work, which like I respect.
Good for them.
And I feel like all they really want is privacy, so that's the least we can do. But rumors are swirling, so we reported it. But I'm really hoping for...
You know what? That's a tough part of the job.
Yeah. I'm really pulling for them.
Me too.
I think they can... And what about the dog?
The dog was Shawn's.
But like
the dog is with Kaitlyn. Every time I see Kaitlyn's Instagram story, she's with Tucker, so...
People are really worried about the dog.
I can't even imagine, like... I mean, like, a million times, God forbid, a million times me and Ben, like, break up. I mean, it's never gonna happen, but God forbid, a million times. Like, Theo's with me.
Of course.
Like, he was my idea.
Of course.
Okay. And, like,
and he has
you would die.
He has 3 Aunt Sneeches.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I would die.
You would die. But, like, God forbid, a million times, knock on wood, like, poo, 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 poo.
Of course, of course. Okay, next story is a little spooky. Kenny Ortega says Michael Jackson, quote, whispers in his ear. Michael Jackson is speaking from the dead, according to the King of Pop's close friend and choreographer, Kenny Ortega.
Oh my God, he was his choreographer?
Yes, and like I love Kenny Ortega, and like you can't speak a bad word about him to
Well,
snitch.
people have, but...
Snitch will not be okay.
Okay.
He is the choreographer.
High School Musical.
High School Musical, the Hannah Montana Best of Both Worlds tour.
Right, like in Disney's...
Descendants.
In Disney's heyday, Kenny Ortega was like the creative director of everything.
No,
like,
but
he's really
he still
a genius. He still is, but like...
He does Descendants.
Yeah, but people don't relate to Disney now like they did back then.
Anything that has to do with a musical, he's not only the choreographer, he's the director of everything. So he directed High School Musical. Like he's the one who put Miley in that pool dancing scene at the end of High School Musical too, and like just gave us.
She was in that?
Yes, she's just like dancing by the pool.
That is the move. High School Musical. Who says we have to let it go? It's the best part I've never known. Step into the future.
And we're like,
we're saying different songs.
Quote, Michael is here 24/7 and always here whispering in my ear. I mean, he is indelible. He is forever. He is alive in spirit with me always, Ortega said at the 8th Annual World of Choreography Awards. Wow.
Can't believe we weren't invited.
There really is an award show for everything.
No, by the way, the World of Choreography Awards, literally the only people who go are Kenny Ortega and Jenna Dewan.
She hosts.
Yeah.
He picks up the awards. Ortega choreographed Jackson's This Is It tour before the icon passed away from a propofol overdose.
How do you feel about Michael Jackson? I feel like his memory is like kind of weird.
No, it's weird.
Like the way people talk about him.
It's weird because if he were still alive, like he would be such a pariah because like what he did to children is
right.
So
but so he was. But so they said he didn't do it. So like legally, it's like
who said he didn't do it?
He wasn't convicted.
He wasn't?
No, I literally remember being in the car as a 6-year-old and I knew nothing that was going on. And they turned up the radio and everyone was listening and it was like Michael Jackson, not guilty.
Oh my God, I don't even
so
remember
it's like
that.
there's no proof that he did it, even though everyone and the blinds know that like he had Neverland Ranch where like children used to go. But I just feel like people like people don't talk about that because they just like respect the hell out of him.
No, it's like death makes you iconic. Like in death there is
That's
iconotry.
True.
I don't
but
know.
Like
what
at every VMAs, like Video Vanguard, like it's always like Michael Jackson. But then it's sometimes like literally years will go by and I'll be like, oh yeah, wait, he went on trial for like child molestation.
Yeah, and there's so much of it. Like it wasn't like a one-off thing.
No,
like,
no,
it was
no.
a whole.
It was systemic.
There was a whole like infrastructure around the child molestation. It wasn't just him. Like he was providing children to molest to other people.
Allegedly.
But no, it's really terrible. But maybe because he died before, like, you know, everyone decided that we're going to call Hollywood out on their shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
If he were, like...
He couldn't handle the accountability now.
Right. If Harvey Weinstein died today, like, he would not die an icon. If he had died, like, before the Ronan Farrow thing, even though everyone knew he was a molester, he would have still been, like, one of the greatest movie makers of our time.
And now it's like no one cares to uncover because, like, he's dead. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
But it's just, like, so weird because, like, when you think Michael Jackson, you should think, like, on trial for molestation. But you think, like, icon, glittery gloves.
Vanguard Award.
Moonwalk.
Yeah.
Weirdly change the color of his skin. Like
it's weird. It's weird. And
just a thought.
Right. And like Kenny Ortega, like who works with children, like is happy to associate with him. Also weird. Except I don't think there's a lot of blinds about Kenny Ortega. Like I once literally searched his name on Enty because after I watched Descendants, I was like, you better not be hurting these children.
Jackie, there are blinds that could be Kenny Ortega, but it could also be a lot of people too. That they haven't been revealed yet.
But, like, sometimes when Dove Cameron posts a picture with Kenny Ortega, like, everyone comments, like, creepy Kenny, like, blah, blah, blah.
And she's responded.
And she comes for them and, like, is like, Kenny is the sweetest person in the whole world. Like, she doesn't have to do that.
No, she doesn't.
So, just something to think about.
Yeah.
And innocent until proven guilty, I love Kenny Ortega.
But then if the same logic would apply to Michael Jackson, because he was never proven guilty. So.
No, but like no one's come out against Kenny Ortega. Like multiple people came out against Michael Jackson. So it would only be speculation and guilty by association. Mm-hmm. And you know what? 11/11, make a wish.
Gucci bag, 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 Gucci bag.
Thank you.
Okay. Isn't it weird that Gucci has the word Gooch in it?
Gooch.
Do you know what a Gooch is?
It's like something in the. Oh yeah, I do. It's the part in between on a man or a woman.
There's only a Gooch on a man.
So it's the part in between the...
Yeah, it's an ABC. Someone told me that. It's an ass-ball connector.
Who
I learned that in high
told
school,
you that?
like these boys in my grade. And I never forgot it, because it's a genius little acronym.
And he hung his child out the window, like...
Oh, yeah.
It's just weird stuff.
So did Britney Spears, though.
Yeah, but I mean...
Let's not forget.
Okay. Next story, and a little bit of health news, science, tech. Final report says cell phone radiation may cause cancer in rats, but not people. So there was a 20-year study conducted on cell phones, radiation, and how they affect rats, and they are cancerous for the rats. But
They were?
yes. But the FDA is saying that perhaps these findings should not be applied to human cell phone usage because the levels of radiation are very different. And like, even though you can test on rats, like I'm not a rat.
No, and also like a rat is the size of a cell phone. So like, what's
So
the difference?
it's not exactly comparable.
And I am the size of probably like 75 rats.
Yes.
Like if you lined me up.
It's not exactly comparable, but I think that the thesis is that
There's-
cell phones aren't harmless.
Well, and that's why remember when everyone used to put their phones in their bras and then it became like taboo, and anytime I do it, Ben literally grabs it.
Really?
And I'm like, oh please.
That's like when you lay on the bed with the laptop on your stomach, on your uterus.
It cooks your sperm, if you're a man.
Or it could cook your
Or
ovaries.
it boils your eggs.
The federal
It poaches your eggs.
poaches
A little
them?
scrambled.
The
Makes an
federal-
omelet.
The federal government's National Toxicology Program released its final report Thursday on whether cell phones cause cancer. The final verdict, cell phone radiation may sometimes cause tumors in rats at high continuous doses, but not in people.
That's good.
The report leaves open the possibility that the kind of radiation produced by cell phones might have the potential to cause cancer, but it does not answer the question of how that might happen. The findings are unlikely to satisfy many people. Yeah, here we are.
So it's like, here you go. You spent years and years and tons of money giving rats cancer, and you still don't know anything.
Right.
It's like, these poor rats. I don't even like rats, but it's just like, look how many fucking rats you had to give cancer to just to come up with a thesis that you're unsure of.
Right.
Thanks.
Thanks. We need Bruiser's Bill now more than ever.
More, like, Brewster's Bill is so pertinent. And it's like, I don't feel bad for rats, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
And when you like test makeup on a rat, like you're putting lipstick on a rat. Again, I'm not a rat. Like I don't have rat skin.
no, totally. Like, it makes no sense. You know what we should do? Oh my God, I just had the best idea instead of animal testing. Because, like, and a lot of beauty companies, to their right, have gotten rid of testing on animals. But, like, a decent amount of the really big ones do. And I just came up with the best idea. So, we should stop testing on animals. Because A, it's mean. And B, it's like, we're not animals. So, it's like, so what? So, some mouse got a rash from this lip gloss. Like, it might be fine for me. We should test on, like, violent criminals. We put them in prison, so like they have no use for their bodies anyway. And instead of giving them like the death penalty, like they'll just get rashes and stuff, or the cream will work and they'll be super hydrated.
Totally, like
think that's a good idea.
Guantanamo testing.
Yeah,
But-
and you can opt like if you choose, like
You can be like, I want torture or I want beauty testing.
yeah, or like death row. Okay, so like it's really hard to get someone on the death penalty. Like it's very uncommon because like it's a long process, and then if you actually do it, there's like a million years to overturn it. But instead of an appeal to like spend life in prison, you can appeal
To
become
donate your
tested.
body,
Yeah.
to donate your body to science, like
And
all
beauty.
different kinds of it. So
Yeah.
not just also like cell phone radiation testing.
Right.
But it's like with all this new technology, the argument is always like it hasn't been around long enough for us to know if it's harmful. And it's like
But
now
now it
cell
has.
phones have been around 20 years and we still don't know.
Right. So thanks for this inconclusive theory that took the lives of like many rats.
How much money do you think they spent in the past 20 years trying
Jackie,
to come up with
that is the whole. That's
trying
the whole.
to prove their hypothesis?
3 Identical Strangers.
There was money involved?
No, it's like they went through this whole study, literally
Just
ruined
to-
people's lives.
just to find
they
something
took a
else.
life, and then the study was inconclusive, and the study results were never even released because the
can't.
guy died.
Like my
the
science
doctor.
fair project was more effective
Oh my
than
God,
these.
my science fair project was fucking brilliant. You know, I came in 3rd place.
What was it?
If magnesium in fireworks, it was something about fireworks. Yeah, that's why people loved it because my board was like so colorful and bright, and Alex Brazell was my partner, and we always talk about Alex Brazell on the toast, and we did it really good. And we like tested magnesium-based fireworks versus other fireworks.
And now she's a toaster.
I know.
That's amazing.
We spoke about her so much, we turned her into a toaster.
We had to do many science fair projects. The only one I remember was probably my worst one because much like the rats, you have the same conclusion, which is like, how does soda affect your
Belly.
your insides?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it was a regular Coke versus Diet Coke, but I like left like nickels and pennies in
like little-
in cups of soda
yeah.
and like see how they deteriorated. But then it's like at the end of the day, my insides aren't made out of nickels and pennies.
Very true.
So apples and oranges.
That's like in toilet paper commercials when they put like blue liquid on toilet paper. It's like, my pee's yellow, so what does that do for me? You know?
I don't know.
That's funny.
Okay, next story, super interesting stuff. In a seismic move that Deadline earlier this week revealed was coming, Netflix will boost the awards chances of several contending films by setting exclusive limited theatrical releases prior to the streaming service releases of a few of their movies. So basically, Netflix is going to put movies in theaters before they go on Netflix.
Just so they can get in time for Oscar season.
Not even get in time, but have more consideration, because like a movie that you see in the movies, that's what you think of when you think of Oscars.
Right. Oh, sorry. So they'll be released on Netflix.
Eventually, but first in limited theatrical
well, then
release.
that sucks, because like as we're watching the award show and this Netflix movie that 3 people have seen gets all the awards.
No, but I think it'll be like maybe, well, let's see. Netflix is selectively evolving its first stream in hopes that Oscar voters, blah, blah, blah. The level of discussion in the press and among Academy members on this subject has ratcheted up, particularly because of Cuarón's Roma, the participant in, oh, fucking A. How long are they going to be in theaters before we see them?
Netflix is like always coming up with terrible ideas.
This isn't the worst idea I've ever heard.
It's not, but like good on them for innovating and like having ideas and like at least they're a company who like tries new things, and like most of them are bad, but some of them are good. Like when they gave us the opportunity to skip the intro if you're watching a series, which I did tweet like literally 6 years ago, and it went viral because Kevin Jonas retweeted it, and then like a month later Netflix did it, and I can't help but think that I had something to do with it.
Right, and now you don't have to watch all the previously on if you're binge watching a show.
Right, and it's great, and like they do good, smart things like that. But then they're like are so focused on their own original content where like only 10% of it is actually good, and like this is like a fine idea, but it's like who cares?
And I'm sure these movies like will make them no money, whereas like To All the Boys I Loved Before is massive.
Where's their Oscar theater
No, but
screening?
it's like Netflix will give more attention to a movie like this Roma movie, which is meant for the Oscars, so you know it's terrible.
It's a Netflix movie?
It's a Netflix movie.
The Oscars are annoying because like, it's like I see what? Like, let's say I see 10 new movies a year, which I don't, but like I'm just saying. 10 new movies a year, maybe 1 or 2 of them are like Oscar contenders, and they're like the worst ones that I see.
Yeah, what do you think is going to be the Oscar? Well, actually, holidays is when most Oscar movies come out.
But I haven't even seen a lot of like commercials for anything.
No.
A Star is Born, obviously.
Obviously. Actually, that's not even so obvious because it's like, it was good and it did well, you know, so it probably won't win an Oscar. How much money did it make? I feel like everyone saw it.
Yeah, and I feel like they're always talking about box office numbers.
And Bradley Cooper, like, I think is a box office giant.
American Sniper made $250 million in like the first weekend.
Which is so crazy.
What was I Googling? Oh, A Star is Born.
A Star is Born box office.
Box office numbers.
And you know, if they really were promoting box office like wins, Greatest Showman would have won an Oscar, just saying.
Okay, here we go.
Margot, that's for you.
Domestically, 153 million. Foreign, 106 million. So a total of 259.
Is that good or bad?
Mil. But it depends on what their budget was. Like if they spent $200 million.
Well, looking at the movie, the budget was very small.
The budget, it was here.
They used set times at Glastonbury and Stagecoach, and they used Bradley Cooper's dog.
Production budget was 36.
That's low.
Yeah, worldwide was 259 minus 36 is, you do the math because you know I can't.
239 minus
It's
36.
223, I think. If I'm right, hold on, now I want to do it.
239 minus 26?
259 minus 36.
Oh, okay, I'll look it up.
What did I say, 223? Yeah.
259
minus 36.
236.
No, just.
Oh, sorry, 259 minus 36.
223?
223.
Oh my God, okay. Yeah, so that's good. This is a great website, boxofficemojo.com.
Ooh.
I wonder what the highest...
What's doing well these days? What should we see?
Oh, here, they have this thing called the Showdown.
Okay.
So right now, Halloween...
Scary. I think it's spooky stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, no. No. Worldwide right now. Ooh, Avengers Infinity War, $2 billion.
Wow.
This is for worldwide. Do you want to know just America or worldwide?
Just America, because I think Oscar is really...
Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, the top movie of 2018 in America. Guess.
I can't even think. Oh, Black Panther?
Yes! 700 mil. Will they get nominated for an Oscar? No.
No.
Incredibles 2. Okay, so number 2 was Avengers Infinity War, which is, I think, out now. 678. By the way, it's all fucking cartoons. Not cartoons, comics. Black Panther, Avengers, Incredibles, Jurassic World, Deadpool. Like, I didn't see any of those movies.
I saw Jurassic World. Wow, and Jurassic World was not that. It was good. You should see it. It's funny. But it's number 3 movie of the year.
Such a great website. Here,
you know what movie
this is
comes
the release
out soon?
schedule. Yeah,
you know
I'll tell you.
Comes out soon? Aquaman.
Okay. Oh my God.
After years of anticipation.
Oh my God. Bohemian Rhapsody is set to come out in 4,000 theaters, which I think is like a lot.
Do you think that's going to be an Oscar movie for sure?
Yes.
Are you going to see it?
Sure. Even though I know everyone's going to kill me, and this is like on par with what I said about Dave Grohl and not understanding the Foo Fighters. Freddie Mercury, like, what band was he in?
Queen.
So what's...
You're not supposed to know him. He's before your time.
I know. I just get confused between Queen and Prince because like the royals.
They're both royal.
Okay, here's what else is coming out throughout November that I've heard of. Oh, Dr. Seuss is the Grinch again? Oh my God, I didn't know that. But
what?
Like Jim Carrey was so good that I'm happy with the one that we have.
Right. That makes me worried. Keep going.
I haven't heard of any of
Nutcracker's
these.
coming out. That's going to be
The
amazing.
Nutcracker and the Four
May.
Realms.
With Renesmee. Wait,
Wreck-It
oh my God,
Ralph,
shit.
Robin Hood,
Did
The
you
Possession
see-
of Hannah Grace. I don't know what that is.
Did you see the commercial for Nutcracker Real Housewives of New Jersey?
Of course.
Premium.
Premium. I love when Bravo does commercials.
Some are good, some are better than others. Like that one was so good. Mamma Mia was not good. But that was premium. You guys should check it out.
And here's what's coming out in December. The Silence. I don't know what it is. Mortal Engines. Never heard of it. Spider-Man. That's going to do well. Aquaman. Jackie, put it in your calendar. The 21st, even though we're going to be in Miami, hopefully.
We'll see it in Miami.
Another Deadpool.
We'll see it. That's how we'll celebrate.
Another fucking Deadpool. Oh, and Mary Poppins with Emily Blunt, which honestly, like, she is way too young to be playing Mary Poppins, and I would, like, she'll be great because she really throws herself into any role, but, like, you can't play, like, Meryl Streep's assistant in Devil Wears Prada and then, like, 7 years later play Mary Poppins, you know?
But Mary Poppins isn't supposed to be very old. She's like mid-30s.
She's Julie Andrews.
No, but young Julie Andrews.
But Julie Andrews, in my mind, is always a grandmother.
And here's the thing about Mary
Julie
Poppins.
Andrews, like, waddled out of her womb, like, with gray hair, you know? And wrinkles.
Yes, and as Queen of Genovia.
Yeah, of course.
Here's the thing about Mary Poppins. Like, I know, I'm sure, I'm going to see it, and it's going to be amazing. I'm sure it's going to be so well done. I know, but I feel like it's, like, supposed to fill the hole in my heart that Beauty and the Beast of what year is it? 2016 and Greatest Showman of 2017 filled. And I don't know if it's going to be able to do that, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be, like,
Mary Poppins, it's not.
But maybe Nutcracker will be. Even
Yes.
though Nutcracker looks a little spooky. Like,
What does it look?
Spooky stuff.
A little spooky.
It looks like fucking The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
You know, I never got into
Chronicles
those.
of Narnia.
Yeah, I never got into it.
That's what the vibe that they're giving off. And like, I don't like spooky stuff.
Look at her. She's in a businesswoman dress. She can be spooked. You'll tear it if you get spooked. By the way, you know what we should do? We should go to a haunted house. I'd be like, film it.
But like, I get so scared. Well, you're scared of everything,
Jackie,
actually.
I was thinking literally yesterday about how I'm like the worst person to be like somewhat recognizable, because if you come up to me in the street and I don't see you approaching me, like I will scream. And it's happened now on 3 or 4 occasions where like literally in Bloomingdale's or like a closed space, like I will scream.
You're easily spooked.
If someone just comes up behind me, they're like, oh my God, and I'm like, ah! It happens all the time. It's like borderline embarrassing and I can't control it.
By the way, aren't we past haunted house now? Like, aren't they all closed because Halloween's over? Now it's holiday season.
Oh shit, yeah.
Next year, maybe. We'll work up the courage.
We should
be doing
make-
Escape the Room.
Yeah, but those aren't supposed to be spooky.
Really?
Yeah, but just the one Ariana Grande and James
They're just
Corden
supposed
went
to be,
to.
like, difficult.
Yeah, it's like you have to get the key and the key opens the door and the door opens the
I
thing.
can't even tell you how much I hate that shit. Like, can't I just stay home and then I'm through
It's
the
not
door?
even that. Just like, give me the key.
No, but it's like, I don't need to get through this door. Like,
And then
I
the key like makes you this puzzle, and the puzzle with the colors and the shapes and the thing, and it opens the vault. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Even though I've never done it. I've been to Jekyll and Hyde though, and that was scary. That was the OG.
Spooky.
Is that still open?
Yes, we should go.
We should do a toast event there.
We should. It's like, now spooky season is over. We need to start thinking about the holidays.
Do you remember Mars 2112?
Of course.
The greatest place ever.
Of course. We were in a spaceship once.
Yeah. We've been to other planets. We're very cosmopolitan.
Yes, world travelers.
What else should we discuss before we wrap up for the week?
I mean, I'm not going to Colgate this weekend,
Oh, you
so
aren't?
if you are seeing a Broadway show, I would love to go.
Well, I was actually going to go furniture shopping like outside of the city if you wanted to come.
Where? Like,
Because there's no fucking
anywhere-
Home Goods in the city. By the way, I left you yesterday to go to Home Goods. I put in the Uber. It's like on 125th in Columbus. I'm like, I'm not going all the way up there. And if I am, I'm going to leave the city and go to like a big Home Goods.
Right, or like, is there not a Pier 1 Imports?
There is, but like I'm so over Pier 1 because it's a facade and they only have like amazing trinkets and it's all seasonal and it's like I need furniture, not like pumpkins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll never be one of those people who can pull off like a white pumpkin display on my dining room table, as much as I would really like to be.
No, it's nice to be that person.
Yeah, and I don't know her.
Right now, Zach's mom has a whole display on her dining room table of velvet pumpkins.
A homemaker from Texas, like that's who can do it. Not a girl who barely lives at home and like has a dog.
And has a nephew Sneechus.
Yeah, it's like my priorities have shifted in all sorts of ways.
By the way, how was Theo yesterday after Keygate?
He was good. I took him out, and it made me feel better that he didn't, like, the second he hit the pavement, like, start peeing. He, like, walked, like, a couple feet, and then, so it made me think he didn't have to go so bad. And we walked around a little bit, and then he had 2 extra walks yesterday because I felt so bad. So he's okay. He's forgiven me, but mainly forgiven his father, which is what
he
matters.
has forgiven.
That's what's annoying. It's like I was the last one to leave and the first one to come back.
So
So he thinks I'm the one who abandoned him without taking him to the bathroom. This fucking fly.
Oh, wait.
Did I get it?
No. It's still swirling.
Do I smell? Flies only swarm around smelly people, but like I showered last night and washed my hair, clearly.
Maybe because you smell good. They like the good smelling. Did you see the biggest bug bites that I got?
No.
Oh my God. Well, they're gone now. They were on my story. Glad to know that you watch. I'll show
But I
you.
always watch your stories. I can't believe I missed it.
They were literally welts. 2 huge welts.
Interesting.
Interesting. Those Texas bugs, everything's bigger in Texas.
Oh, from the state fair you got them?
No, from this it was an outdoor wedding.
Oh, I forgot you were also just in Austin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's it.
I'm getting leg cramps. I've been getting them so much lately.
Hopefully, eventually, we will do Toast Movie of the Week, Secretariat, if you haven't
right,
watched it yet.
yeah.
Let's watch it this weekend.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have a movie night
Okay.
at my apartment.
No suit at mine.
Okay.
Actually, no.
Okay, we'll
This
see.
fucking fly, bitch.
It's okay. Next week is going to be a super fun week. We are here Monday, then Tuesday. I'm with Joey Camasta, Teresa Giudice.
On Wednesday.
Oh, sorry, Tuesday's my birthday, sorry.
Oh my God.
I can't believe I just forgot about it.
Oh my God. Wow.
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 Wow, Bethany.
Just wow.
Wednesday, Teresa, Joey Camasta. Thursday, I'm going to have a fun co-host. Friday,
I'm back.
We're back together.
Then we're off to Miami for Olivia's bachelorette party where we return on Monday. So Monday we will release just a podcast episode, which is a deep dive with Melissa Gorga. And honestly, it was so easy and so fun. Like I didn't feel like, what was my next question? Like she's just very conversational and she loves the toast and I love her.
Love her. Tuesday, we're here. Wednesday, we're in Nashville CMAs. Thursday, we are not here. Friday is our last show until after Thanksgiving, next Friday.
And then, by the way, after Thanksgiving, remember, we are exclusively streaming on YouTube. So
make the move.
So try not to freak out.
Make
Sorry,
the move.
Facebook people.
Yeah.
The money's at YouTube, and that's where we follow the money.
Right. And I don't know, even just the whole experience. I'm so done with a Facebook page. Like, I don't even fucking use Facebook anymore aside from toaster stuff. Like,
Me
why
too.
would
And
I
it's
like a
there's
Facebook
nobody
page?
likes our Facebook page, but like there's more likes in our Facebook group than there are in our Facebook page.
Right.
The group is supposed to be an appreciation for the page. You know?
It just doesn't make sense.
Makes
so
no sense.
We hear you.
Also, we're getting so close to 100K. Like, we got 1,000 followers yesterday. If we just get 1,000 followers a day, we'll be there in like 10 days. So everyone, please follow the Morning Toast Instagram. Honestly, I'm not even going to promote myself today, except for my tickets are available at girlwithnojob.com. Just promoting the Toast Instagram. Like, more people listen to the podcast than we have as listeners. So, like, come on.
Come on. And I'm not going to promote myself today, just the toast, except to say that Claudia took the cutest picture of me yesterday, and it's actually like my most liked Instagram to date, which is
And Zach
weird.
reposted it.
Right.
Zach posted.
Premium content as hell at Jackie O Problems is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. At the Morning Toast, at Girl with No Job, at Club with No Job, at Pup with No Job, at Boy with No Job, at Club with No Job, at Pub with No Job, at Tiffany Thornton. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing weekend.